This is the political rhetoric we have done in the Fourth Republic. That's why we're where we are. This is all we do. Every government can repackage something, name it something.
You don't see any new thing here.
Exactly. Look, what happened to SADA? SADA. What was it not an NDC policy? Was it not an NDC initiative? Give me the achievements of SADA. NDPC, what did they do? We don't want the name SADA. We repackage it to Northern Development Authority. 8 years has passed. Give me 5 achievements of Northern Development Authority. Tell me. Development is not about political rhetoric. Development is about doing the things that change things. President Rawlings talked about construction of Poalugu Dam because every study has shown that when you talk about impact on agric up north, Poalugu will change a lot of things in terms of people's lives and economy. Once we get that dam done, and agric will transform significantly. President Rawlings talked about it.
Has it not been done?
Okay. President
Poalugu.
No,
President said it's been done. President says it's an achievement.
President Rawlings talked about it.
Yeah.
President Kufuor talked about it. President Mus talked about it. President Mahama first time talked about it. President Kufuor talked about it. Today, we'll be talking about it. Poalugu Dam is still not done. Akufo-Addo government gave a contract. The whole project was about almost $1 billion. We paid some about $12 million for some mobilization and things. Poalugu Dam has not been done. 30-something years in the Fourth Republic, every president talk about Poalugu Dam. Everybody agrees that this is a good project. If it's done, agric in the north will be a total transformation.
Yeah.
But for 30 years, we've been talking. And we will keep talking.
Buankra.
So you see, these launches and things are not what transformers. It's not what transformers. What transformers is that this Poalugu Dam is a game changer. Find the money, do it. 3 years, it's done, it's working. That is what we call transformation. It's not coming to launch these things and all the fanfare. And at the end of the day, we will be where we are.
But it begins from somewhere.
It begins from where? It's only talk. I'm telling you, I'm not going beyond the Fourth Republic. I say this Fourth Republic. And I'll give you examples as to how we have done things. 60 years, somebody talks about SADA. 8 years. Another person comes to talk about Northern Development, 8 years. Tell me the significant change in the North. For 60 years that we have been talking about, we want to do something because there's too much poverty in the North, but they have potential to transform through agriculture. Now we can transform the North. We say we are doing special projects to be able to transform the North. SADA, 8 years, and Northern Development, 8 years. Tell me what significant you can point to in the North and says within the 60 years. 60 years is a long time. A child born now is almost an adult for 60 years. But we cannot point to anything from these two projects. So politicians will come and actually talk about things big, do fanfare launches and the rest. Years later, our country still is where it is. And then we keep talking. My point is that instead of launching this, go to the market, look for money and say, I'm not launching anything. This is the money. 2 years, Poalugu will be done. Poalugu is the one we are commissioning it. I'll praise you. If you don't make any noise, you get Poalugu done. It's commissioned. Agric is transformed. It is visible for everybody. Everybody will talk about it. But this talk that we have talked, and that's why I give you the example of Poalugu Dam from Jerry Rawlings to today. Every president has said that Poalugu Dam has the potential to change the fortunes of the North. But 30-something years, we have not done anything about it. It's not where it is. Poalugu Dam has not been built. You understand it? So for me, coming to talk about these things and all this, it's a political promise. And therefore, something has to be done to make the people believe that it's being fulfilled. But the reality is that practically to achieve these things, from past records that I'm referring you to, it's obvious that we only talk and we do little. And that is why we can't transform. So, 24-hour economy, I have said it, that the gateway to 24-hour economy is 1D, 1F. Okay? Ask yourself who has done any review about 1D, 1F and found out what are the positives and negatives, what are the challenges, how do we address it so that we can be able to build on it and build more factories. If you want to run 24-hour economy, it's about demand and supply. And whether even the demand, whether you can meet the demand. That is where private company will decide that we need to do more hours because we have a lot of demand to meet. But if they don't have demand, your launch of a 24-hour economy policy is meaningless to that company because bottom line is the company is a private entity. It can only deliver based on demand. If there's no demand, whatever policy you launch is meaningless to that private entity. So for me, it's not about these launches and the practical. As I said, if I wake up one day and the President Mahama announces that I'm not doing any launches, but I found $1 billion to build Kwalugu Dam, in 2-3 years, the project will be done. No launches. And in 3 years, the project is done and he goes to commission it. I'll be the first person to hail him and praise him for being the person who is doing the work rather than talking. Do you understand it? If I wake up and President Mahama says, I think chicken imports, we have to reduce it. Chicken and this thing, 6 months, broilers should be ready for market. If 1 year time and President Mahama tells us that we have cut down our chicken imports, okay, by 40%, and our local production has increased by 200,000 or 300,000 metric tons, so we have cut down, and then the evidence is there, I'll praise him. But if you tell me that you are going to cut chicken imports and launch and do a farm fair, tell me it's meaningless to me because I want results, not the talk. If President Mahama, by 2 years' time, is accounting to us and rice production in this country has gone up maybe 40-50%. So our rice import, by all the figures and evidence, show that we have cut down our rice import by 30 or 40%. That is what I'll clap for. But these initiatives and launches and the farm fairs and political sloganism, look, all this will not take us anywhere because it's a political slogan. First of all, you are going to struggle to do it because you've not really sat down to look at all the, right now they ask about financing. So we are going to depend on mixed financing from donors and the rest. Who told the donor wants to finance you? You are now going to beg for money to come and do something you think is transformative. Who said that the person you are going to beg is going to give you the money the time you want it, or even is willing to give you at all?
It's interesting that I didn't find expression even in the budget.
Because you yourself have not planned. You yourself have not decided a sustainable source of what? Funding for the project, because you know your economy has challenges. And therefore you are looking at, when the question was about, how do we finance it because it's not in the budget and all that. And then the issue is that, we are looking at mixed financing. And who are those mixed financing and all those things that people... See, I have said it, and I want to say that if Ghana, if President Mahama tomorrow says the economy is here, I'm going to the capital market for $2-3 billion. I'm not going to use to pay salaries. I'm not going to use anything. $1 billion is going to build Kwalugu Dam and in 3 years to be complete. Okay? And that $1 billion is putting this infrastructure that will transform technology in Ghana. I'm building 5 IT hubs, like industrial complex for these guys at Tiptoe Lane, these guys who repair these things. I think that the skills they have is super. They've not been to any school to learn these things, most of them, but their delivery shows that they are capable. So I'm going to take 5 cities for the first 4 years. The $1 billion I'm going to get from that money I'm going for the capital market, $200 million each, is building a complex for these young people, their talent, and how we can enhance them. Right. And then another $1 billion, we think that maybe 500 million should go into chicken, 500 million should go into rice. And this money we are getting is not going to pay salaries. In 2 years' time, we'll be giving you the productivity figures from these things to tell you that we've invested here and these are the results. Right. For me, these are the things we need to be looking at. We've launched this thing so much and we should be tired of it as a people. Right. Because, as I said, if you look at from President Rawlings, in the Fourth Republic, all kinds of initiatives have come up. And then governments comes and then we leave it aside and we are thinking about something else and then somebody comes. I think this is why I have always said, I will wish that the NDPC is made legal in the constitution, that no government comes and says, I have my manifesto. The NDPC should plan this country. What should happen? Every policy should be under their full purview. As a government, all you are supposed to do is to find money to finance what NDPC has planned. And that should be it. Government's role should be look for the revenue. As for the development of Ghana, everything that will make Ghana progress has been firmly decided by the NDPC. For government that come, don't draw any plan. We don't need you. Don't even have the capacity to do it. We've done a master plan. We believe in as a country it will work. Find the money that in the next 4 years. So when the NDPC says in the next 4 years, maybe rice production should be declined, should go up by 10%. It's the duty of the government of the day to know that it did that 4 years. It missed that target. If it says chicken production should go up by 17%, how you do it is left. The plan is they find the money to finance it.
Well,
if you say we should build these kilometers of roads within the next 4 years, your duty as government is to find money so that when we are going to the vote to vote for you as a party, we look at the deliverables that the NDPC wants you to do. How were you able to find money to achieve those deliverables? If you've done them, we renew you. If you've not done them, we get you and bring another party. That is the only way. If we had done that, SADA is a master plan that could have transformed the North. But because people put in charge mismanaged funds, we throw away the entire SADA. That is not how an NDPC project would have been done. If there were mismanagement, people would be made to go and people would be brought in and say, this vision is a good one. We are not throwing it away and we will make it. Look, if you talk to every economist today, they will tell you, if you look, take Vision 2020 by Jerry Rawlings, if we had strictly followed and done everything in that policy and achieved it, Ghana's economy would have been better than today. Vision 2020 was a good policy. It's about whether we're able to implement it. So for me, 30 years of force repair has shown that we cannot rely on politicians planning our development or planning any change economically for us. We should leave that to bodies like NDPC to do. Politicians should only come in. You have the mandate that this is what should be done within these 4 years. You find the money, implement, and let the voters judge you by how you were able to find money to deliver this.
I'll come back to you. Let me